Poo works.
Someone say poo.
Poo.
Yeah, poo is good. All right.
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Poo.
Poo.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to an emergency special EE podcast. I'm joined by gamers, and I am Jeff Compass. Introduce yourselves, folks.
Hey, it's me, Johnny.
No.
I'm Johnny. I have a channel where I talk about bananas and monkeys and things that aren't monkeys, but that doesn't matter today. Talking about monkeys.
I'm Daro. I don't have a channel, but Trade of Thought with Johnny and Daro.
We do a podcast
Wow.
where we usually don't talk
Alright,
about monkeys, but sometimes we do.
Beating on us. It's all good.
If you want to hear us
Anyways,
talk about other
we're
things
here.
like bathrooms. Sorry.
We're here for a reason today. We're not just deciding to record a podcast just out of nowhere. Monkey Ball Banana Rumble has been formally announced. I don't think any of us saw this coming until yesterday. It was leaked by famous leaker Pyro, who hinted it, and since then, life has never been the same.
It's true. I've been going through it all
Life
morning.
definitely changed 12 hours ago. I don't know if it was for the better or worse, but...
Time will tell.
So, generally speaking, let's just give some general thoughts. We'll delve into the details, but I think the reception of this has been more positive than negative. You guys can disagree or agree. I think it looks pretty good. I don't think it's perfect, but it looks pretty decent, all things considered. What are you guys' thoughts?
I haven't seen any real negativity towards this game. Basically, every single Twitter section I've read has been like, "Let's go, popping up." So,
Yeah, we'll
think
talk about this in more detail, but the one negative thing I've heard some people talk about, which isn't... People aren't entirely negative even, but those redesigns. We'll get there.
yeah.
there's something.
I've seen
It
a
looks
couple
like a
people not
game that-
particularly happy with them.
It looks like a game that I will enjoy.
I agree. I was just actually talking to friend of the show. Well, I was talking to Daro as well. We were talking to friend of the show, Vivian Monkey Tweets, and I expressed that the two things that I wanted most that weren't in the last game were multiplayer and functional monkey target. So we're 1 for 2 right now.
Yeah? Did they show Monkey Target? Oh, yeah, they haven't shown
No,
No
they
monkey
haven't shown
target, but
minigames yet.
That might just-
multiplayer.
Something we haven't seen.
I don't think there's gonna be mini games, but that's just.
I'm
You don't think
split.
so?
I'm
Basically,
banana
series
split.
first.
I could see it, especially if they want to lean into the online component, but also if they want to lean into the online component. Hello, monkey target, monkey fight, do
Hey.
it, make it happen.
I agree it would be weird not to have minigames, but that being said, I don't think they've done a particularly perfect job with the last 2 minigames in the remake, so it's like if they cut it out due to time and just to focus on the main game, I can live with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Personally, although I do think I think they should do the main 3. Will they? Unknown at this time, but I'm gonna
No,
lean
they need to add all 50 from Banana Blitz again. and
I
we can play fucking
require-
Jigsaw puzzle.
I need
I
the
agree.
javelin throwing minigame online with 16 people, or the game's not good.
That would actually make the Banana Blitz mini games better, because at least then you're suffering with people.
Unironically, playing the
True.
javelin throw multiplayer in Banana Blitz HD is really fun because everyone is going through it together.
Fair.
So,
So-
what we know about this game right now, it's just a general, and we'll dive into the details in a sec. There are going to be 200 levels, which is actually pretty good.
pretty
if you
good.
Consider that
Solid.
Deluxe had 310, I believe. That's a pretty big portion.
Is that more than 2?
Yeah, the 2 had
yeah,
150.
it is.
Okay.
Let's
that's
fucking
not
go. It's not
It's
bad
not
at all.
a bad amount. So it's going to be, from what we can tell though, the levels are going to be adventure mode based. So there's not going to be a traditional challenge mode
As far
at
as we
least
know.
until right now.
It'd be
There could
weird
always
if
be a
there's 200
setting.
levels but not challenge mode. So
Well,
maybe there is, but it's not
What I
set
think
it
they
yet.
could do is do kind of what they did with Banana Mania, where they just kind of have like a, or not Banana Mania, I think Banana Blitz HD, where there's like, they split the levels into quote unquote challenge modes that are like timed or whatever. I can see
Yeah.
them doing that again.
Yeah.
I
Makes
think it's-
sense.
I think especially if
Yeah.
they have that multiplayer component with the online especially, I can't imagine anyone's going to sit through the entire challenge mode with like 16 people. So, or adventure mode or whatever. So I imagine there will be other ways of consuming these levels that are a little bit more conducive to, I guess the arcade thing, but also just, the online thing. I have to imagine.
Yeah.
I like the hope there
Um,
is. It'd be weird if there wasn't, but
Now, what this will mean is that lives are probably gone again. So I know there's a few of us who might not be happy with that.
All right,
if it is
links in the
advertised
chat.
as an adventure mode, though, it is different, in my opinion.
I looked at the
Yeah,
UI.
like-
I didn't see any lives at all. So
Yeah, so
the
lives
thing,
are gone.
like,
I'm pretty sure
if
they're
they
gone.
build the game around not having lives, then that's like it could work.
I
The
could
problem with
tolerate
Banana
my
Mania
opinion,
was
yeah.
just that it was remaking a game that was built around lives, so it kind of just like
Yes.
destroyed the core of it a little bit.
That's
a lot of it.
exactly what I was gonna say, because like I said, if they're making this so focused on the co-op aspect of it, I think that makes the lack of lives make more sense. Although single player, I guess it remains to be seen. I suppose it kind of depends how difficult they want to make the game and how they want to structure it. But I think there's a world in which it can work. I think I'm certainly more optimistic because it is kind of a more of a ground up thing instead of, hey, we just took this arcade game from 20 years ago and took the lives out, you know?
Yeah. Plus, the levels are likely going to be. I mean, what you could do with that level game design at least is have it so the levels are harder. So it's like, you just reset, like kind of like a super hard side scroller, like Super Meat Boy or something, like where it
Yeah.
just encourages resetting.
I was gonna say
I was using
that
that
would be ideal if they go that route. Is one, the difficulty, but also just the like immediate booting back into the level, so it's
Yeah.
a very gapless experience. Because I think that was an issue I had with Banana Mania as well. Is it's like we've lost a life, but we didn't, so there's not impact, but we're still waiting this amount of time. If you like immediate respawn, then it's like okay,
Yeah.
keep the pace up.
So I guess we've kind of talked about it generally. We have a list of things in our Discord thread here. We're just going to talk about one at a time. So first thing, or I guess we could talk about, is how it will be released. This game will, if I'm understanding this correctly at least, the physical release is going to be $50,
and the digital.
and then
The digital is also $50.
and then there's going to be a digital deluxe version that's $70 comes with like a bunch of
Oh
whatever.
my
I don't know,
God.
$70. We all knew it was going to happen.
Can I just
It
say?
doesn't make me feel better about it.
Can I just say, Jesus Christ, inflation's really
Yeah.
hitting hard. $70, like
Yeah.
60 was already.
Look, I
kinda
can
pushing
accept
it.
like fucking PS5 God of War being
Yeah.
$70 or whatever.
GTA
but Monkey
6.
Ball, are you kidding me?
They better give me a fucking banana made out of actual gold,
What's
which
in
they're
the
not
banana
going to
again?
because
Yeah.
it's
1 second.
digital. I don't
Okay, so-
even know if it's confirmed. I imagine there is confirmed to be a Sega character DLC
It
for
come-
like $5,
okay, so-
which I
so-
assume is included.
1 second, I'm checking. It might only come with like the Sega character pack, unless there's something I'm missing. Because the one
There's no way. That's like a
'cause
$20
it-
price increase.
because this is a version with Oh wait, 1 second. Let me check the website. Actually, does it say this?
I don't know if it's confirmed.
But there's like a special physical edition, but we don't even know how much that costs yet. That's still up in the air.
Yeah, and that comes with. I mean, you get the banana costume, which
Which is the
by
best
the way
thing ever.
that
Let's
owns.
see.
I like
I do
the
like that.
faux imitation
Oh,
bull logo
okay,
on it.
okay.
That's pretty
Wait,
good.
wait. I checked.
Okay.
Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble Digital Deluxe Edition includes Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble and the Sega Pass, and that's it. You just get the season pass for the characters
Jeez.
for $20.
So how many characters are they going to...
Okay.
Okay,
Wait.
okay,
So
here's
the
my
first
question.
the first Sega. There's got to be a lot of fucking Sega characters then, because let me.
Yeah,
think about
that's
this.
what I was about to
It
say.
includes
Yeah.
6 Sega All-Stars to play as, each with their own unique stats. This pack also contains 15 customization items
Wait,
to deck your
stats?
monkey out in the freshest Sega themed fashion trends.
Okay,
That's
so
probably
Does that mean that
meaning
extra
about
item.
the Fall Guys mode.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So
Wait a
basically,
minute.
Or it could just
you
be
get
stats are
6
back. I
Sega
mean,
characters
it's
for
possible.
$20, which is something. That's certainly a choice.
Wait.
Well, it's not much worse than how it was in...
There's the Sega Character Pass DLC for $5. Is that just one Sega character?
That's one.
That's
Oh.
one.
Ugh.
So
Well,
basically, it's the same as the last
no.
game, but it's packaged in a way that makes it seem less bad. Okay,
No,
understood.
they're doing it again.
Ah, so
All right,
it's
all right.
Sega.
Well, I think we can predict that Sonic will be... Do you guys want to predict the characers? One will be Sonic.
Sonic,
Okay, yeah,
Agree on
6
that.
of
Beat
them.
from Jet Set Radio is gonna be one of them because he was in the last game.
Tails
There's gonna be,
will be in it again.
Tails is gonna be in there.
Okay,
classic
Yakuza
Tails at
game
that.
is gonna be in there. The Yakuza guy.
Okay, wait. Sonic beat. Do you think they're gonna do Kiryu or Ichiban?
Yeah, Kiryu probably.
Kiryu.
Or Maybe.
I think they're just gonna reuse the Banana Mania.
They might.
Stuff,
They might honestly.
That would kind of suck ass.
Make you pay for it again.
They could do Tails. That would kind of suck.
I expect Tails because it sounds like a.
Well,
bad
they did Tails
Yeah.
in Banana Mania, I thought.
Well,
If
yeah,
they
but
don't
it's
put
if they're only doing
Amigo
6.
in this.
Amigo be
they'll
good.
probably-
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
they
pay
have
for
to do
Amigo.
that.
Because
mean-
they just did the game and he's a monkey. Like it
Yeah,
makes sense.
that-
And I think that the Ooh La La gang, I feel like that might be real.
I want Ooh La La. Where is Ooh La?
So-
my most wanted are Ooh La La and Arl, which weren't in Banana Mania because they.
So
hate
let me at
personally.
least say this: with the stats, you can make an argument that these are more worth the price than Banana Mania. Now, I don't really care about the online stuff, to be honest,
Nah, I think
but
it's
at
trash.
least
I got nothing to
I think it's trash too. I'm not really defending it. I'm just saying at least because in Banana Mania you get a character and it's just literally a skin. So at least
You
there
can't
is
play as them in the party games.
something. There is at least something. Now, granted, is it that good? No, it's not.
It is
It's not
technically
really defendable.
slightly cheaper because you get 6 for 20. Technically.
Yeah, it's not really
It
something
wouldn't
I'm
be
going to be
Sega if
singing
we weren't
praise
getting
for.
a step in the right direction. It's minuscule small.
A step in the right
So-
direction and a roll in the wrong one. Am I right, guys?
I argue it's
Yeah.
not in the right direction because you used to not have to pay for the characters. But whatever.
Well, they also used to not.
Yeah.
have
Step in the
characters.
right direction from Banana Mania, I guess. But
Well, I guess Banana Blitz
again,
has
more like taking your big toe and moving it an inch forward, I suppose. But
So,
But yeah.
I guess we can discuss what the Legendary Banana Edition, which is the physical version, will come with.
Yeah.
It comes with a reversible cover. Okay, great.
I
And a
will take
40-page
the art book.
adventure book. Which
don't-
I like that.
I
Art
want
book is
to
always an easy go
clarify
for me.
something. The
Yeah.
description for the art book says that I personally drew that.
That's fine.
Let's
So-
fucking go, Lord.
oh,
Let's go. Are you as an author confirmed?
I
Yeah, he's
appreciate
an
this. I
Gongon's a
appreciate
musical
this.
artist and EiEi's an author. Let's go.
Why
Many
doesn't it
talents.
come with a Gongon mixtape? That's the real question.
Yeah.
True.
that scares me.
I suppose if we're talking characters, well, for one, the
We should actually talk about how it's a Switch exclusive first. 'Cause I think that's more interesting.
sure, yeah,
Yeah, so that I actually didn't know.
yeah. It's
That, in my opinion, will be reversed in less than a year. Sega is notorious for releasing quote unquote exclusives, and then it just
They
comes
gotta
to PS4.
put it
My
on.
money
there,
is going
there
to be that
is
it'll come
a
to
theory
PS5
that might
and
be on
Xbox.
PC because I think some of the videos showed like a spacebar icon.
The original
Yeah, I did see
screenshot
that.
of the digital deluxe edition on the eShop had a spacebar and a C key.
I assume that's
Yeah,
a mistake.
yeah.
I imagine it'll be a delayed launch on PC like the last 2 games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be a timed exclusive. It's
Yeah.
not going to be and no games nowadays are really exclusives besides like Nintendo's games, to be honest. So
Yeah.
you could expect this to be
Yeah.
everywhere,
I-
in
I-
my opinion.
I will say, like if they were making it exclusive to anything, Switch is the correct choice. Like they weren't going to do a fucking
Yeah.
Xbox exclusive.
They're probably
it
Well-
doesn't need to be on Xbox.
They're probably just looking at the sales numbers and going like, "Well, the Switch version sold like X amount of copies."
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
like,
That's what I was
think
going to say. That's what I've been saying since day one.
The,
so I
the only
guarantee
real
it was based off of
downside if
Banana
it's
Mania.
on Switch and maybe PC is it's like, oh, well, some PlayStation players I'm sure want to play this, but they'll live.
Yeah.
And I think it'll come to PS5 eventually, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Like
it'll
Sega,
get
I think
there.
after a year, will probably put it on PS5 and Xbox. I don't think PS4. I think it'll be too late in the game for that.
No, yeah.
I
Maybe
Can't
Dan-
Real
imagine
quick
there's
before
like that many
they do
PlayStation players that don't own a Switch that would want to play Monkey Ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Xbox, it is
Yeah.
it is a single digit amount of people.
Me.
PlayStation you might get like
Alone.
20 people.
You might get 20 people. Yeah.
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 one thing we skipped over in our list, real quick, is there is a new logo, which I like more than the Banana Mania logo. I don't
that's a
think it's
cute
the best
logo,
the
yeah.
series has had. I like it more than the Banana Mania logo by a lot. I will at least
I
say
dig
that.
it. I haven't.
know, I feel the
disliked
exact same
logos
about it.
for the
I'm not
last couple
huge on
games,
the-
but, I'm a fan. It
Sorry.
looks pretty good.
I'm not a fan of like the font, but of like the main logo. But everything else is good. I like the rest of it. I don't even know if I like the super monkey ball and like this kind of whatever.
It is,
looking font.
it is very like impact font. I do like the ball being the O.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I do like the banana rumble text. That looks pretty good.
I don't like the,
Yeah,
the
I
game
think
is
it's-
called
like, I
Banana
don't-
Rumble.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. I don't
Yeah,
like
let's
it.
talk about that because this is the
What
third
are they doing?
game, or wait,
Why do
fourth
they keep
game.
shooting
Fourth game in a
themselves in the
row
foot?
that has
People are-
banana on the title.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
clearly they're aiming to get like a bit of a new audience with this because it's like, oh, we got this online stuff. Come on with this. But like, kids are gonna ask for this, and then they're gonna get fucking Banana Blitz or Banana Mania.
I find it
Or
weird.
I don't know
Banana
what's up with
Splits or
that.
Banana Blitz HD. Or...
I find
Yeah.
it weird that they bothered to like reboot the art style, and still kept the banana titles. I'm like,
Just call it
guys,
Super Monkey Ball Rumble.
Yeah,
That would have been fine.
No,
That would've been way
but
better,
Johnny,
yeah. I
it
don't
needs
know
to be
what's up with
banana
that,
because
like-
that's the branding. Now it's banana whatever for every single title.
There are other things. Put the word roll in the title for God's sake. If you really
roll
need to
and
have
rumble,
some kind
like
of
touch and roll. There you win.
Rumble
and Rumble would've been
would be a
good.
way more
Literally a
unique
better
title.
name.
Now, ultimately, what's in a name? You know, who really cares at the end of the day?
I
The
care.
game, it doesn't really matter. It
care.
is
Same.
it is
The only
stupid in
thing
my
that
put a
opinion.
matters
banana in the logo.
It's as long as the abbreviation of SMBBR doesn't
like that.
cross over with any other thing, because
Simber.
oh boy,
Is there a Mario Brothers game that's like BR Super Mario Bros?
Super Mario Brothers boy
I don't
royal. I don't know.
I
Boy
wonder
Royale.
if it's BR for Battle Royale or something because it's online.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? That makes sense.
Maybe, but it's not really that clever in my opinion. Sorry.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I don't feel like
Well, I'm
that's
offended,
intentional.
so nah, just kidding.
They should have just
So-
called it Banana Royale if they were doing.
What's next?
I agree. That would have been better.
That would have been a better name. TBH.
Maybe
or
they'll change
whatever.
it, but I kind of doubt
They
it.
won't. There's no way to go
partial
change it.
Rumble.
They're too far in production.
I'm
yeah.
wondering
So-
because there was a Crash Bandicoot Battle Royale that like nobody cared about that came out a year ago that was called Crash Team Rumble.
Yeah,
so I wonder if
Crash
that's
Team
like
Rumble.
maybe,
No, maybe.
that's what I was reminded of.
They're out
Guys,
of touch.
Me
I
too.
can't believe
Not
it.
in a good way, but yeah.
This is the first
Yeah.
game with Rumble in the name that actually matters. We did it, guys.
We did.
Yeah.
Good
So
job.
I can't believe
we have-
Garo is a ready to Rumble boxing denier.
Well, that's good.
we have a lot to go over, so we'll just go to the next screenshot. So Ninja posted this screenshot. I guess we could just talk about the general gameplay. Firstly, I don't know who that monkey is in that screenshot. To be
That's
That's the
the
new
new
one.
monkey.
Is that
That's the new
Palette?
monkey. Yeah, it's the new
That's the
monkey.
best
that Palette?
The
Can we
Okay,
talk about
she's-
Palette for a second?
Yeah, let's talk
I
about.
We can
love
talk
her.
about Palette.
She's so
Palette's a good
cool.
character.
Let's talk
yeah.
about the
I have nothing
characters
against
before we
that.
talk about the gameplay, because that's way more important.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah, yeah.
alright,
Do we
alright.
want to talk about
Yeah.
Palette first and then the redesigns?
I want to talk about how they ruined EiEi. I want to rant about
Okay,
that.
well,
first.
let's do that.
So-
I'll let you guys take
I-
this one.
I hate to be right about this, but in my Shovelware 2015 review of Banana Blitz, I'm like, what are they going to do? How are they going to make EiEi worse? You know, and I think I predicted
They
it,
did
honestly. I didn't predict how they do it, but I predicted it. I was right on the money, dude. So
I
EiEi
I
has
can't
like
believe
these buck
babyfied
teeth
them
now.
more.
I don't like.
Yeah,
the-
like
Sorry. I'll rant after
Oh,
you go.
no, you
I'll
go.
let you go first. I'll go off after.
oh, okay. I was gonna say that like I think the characters, like, if I can at least give it a positive, I guess, I think they look more expressive than they did in Banana Blitz or
Yeah,
Banana
true.
Mania, where it was really stiff.
For sure.
But at the same time, they like toddler-fied them. Like
Yeah.
the game looks like it's being like targeted at like 4-year-olds now.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I
think
don't know
that
how
was
I
a
feel
bit
about.
unnecessary.
my thing was like
Like they.
upside. Keep going.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
going
okay.
on
I was just gonna say, I'm like, you know, like, I was always fine with the Banana Blitz art style, but it feels like they like Banana Blitzified the Banana Blitz art style. I'm like, guys.
Yeah,
like, that's
the person
basically what I was about to say.
People were like, I don't know, I kind of miss the old designs, and instead of going with those or going with the Banana Blitz designs, they fucking doubled down.
It reminds me of Touch and
yeah.
Roll, to be honest.
I don't
It's
think
not-
that
I
at
I know
like
all.
it does
that
remind me
bad.
of Touch and Roll as the stage designs, but we'll talk about those
I like
later.
touch and roll, but I
So here's the thing, right? Like, I think the characters are mostly fine. Like, Mimi looks good, Doctor looks good, Yan Yan looks good, Gon looks mostly good, although
Gon
his
looks
model's a little
horrible.
jank.
Gon-
No,
Gon-
no,
Gon-
he
Gon-
looks
Gon-
better now. He looks more like a gorilla, like he's supposed to be.
He doesn't look horrible. It's just.
I don't
Anyway,
like
worse.
the image of Gon Gon on the cover art makes me angry. But
The image
actual
of
model
Gon
looks
Gon on
fine.
the cover is pretty rough.
I
yeah.
already didn't like Gon Gon's Banana Blitz design, so this is just like more of that.
I
mean,
think
that's
also-
also how I feel about the
Banana
redesigns
Blitz-
in general. Like, it's not even really that much of a departure. It's just more. It's just like a more Banana Blitzy, like you said, it is Banana Blitzified the Banana Blitz designs.
I
don't know.
like him.
Yeah.
I'm a known Banana Blitz art
That's
style
fair.
hater, but it's because the backgrounds in Banana Blitz were worse. We'll talk about that later. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the
Yeah,
characters I
definitely.
can live with, especially because there's customization, which we'll again talk about later.
Yeah.
Because there's customization, I could just dress up the characters and make them not look like trash at least.
Yeah,
so that makes me
which
feel better.
finally you can take baby's goggles off. Let's
Well,
go.
speaking of
Thank
Baby's
God.
goggles, they're cooler now. Look, like
They
there's
are
a
cooler
screenshot
now.
where he's got like exclamation point question mark. It's
I'm,
cool.
I just don't know
I'm
why
not
they
a
keep
baby
adding
player, but
goggles
I do
to
like
him.
the dot matrix goggles.
Yeah, I don't know what
I'm
keep
a baby
emphasizing
player,
this-
and I can tell you this pisses me the hell off, dude. It's like, stop adding stuff to baby. Just let him be a like. I know he's from the future. I get it. It's a cute callback, but it was
Yeah.
cute. You know, not really. It was cute in concept, but they didn't execute it that well, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
I do-
goggles rules.
I am hoping they have just a goggle-less, like... I wonder if... Because the default outfits are different, I assume they'll have, like, classic outfits.
Yeah,
maybe not
probably.
classic models. But, yeah, speaking of, I was going to say, actually, the stock outfits, I was mixed at first, but I'm sold now. And it's for one very specific reason. EiEi wears overalls. And if you'll
I don't like
notice,
them.
the ass is cut out on the back.
Yeah,
Nah,
no, that's
Oh,
great.
I think
The
it's
ass,
I-
EiEi's
wait,
assless
wait.
overalls fucking own.
I think it's
Sorry.
actually a
Sorry.
patch.
Why?
I think it's a patch. I think it's a purposeful design on the overall.
EiEi
Look
knows
at the
what he's
screenshot
about,
that Dora
alright?
posted. I'm pretty sure
He
it's-
knows he's caked up.
He is kicked up.
It is funny that they felt the
Cursed.
need to preserve that detail for no reason.
I do think that's hilarious that they were like, okay, we need to make sure that you can still tell that EiEi has an ass. which is very important.
Give him
I-
ass.
I think I'm just realizing this, and I'm sure it's been there since Banana Blitz, but like, is that a Dreamcast logo like etched into EiEi's head, or is it just?
I think it's
am
just
I going
some.
crazy?
It's just some weird design thing they chose
It's
to do.
just
It's a
like
Dreamcast
something
logo,
like that.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dreamcast 2
guys,
confirmed.
there's a 10th new monkey actually. Oh wait, no.
Is there?
Sorry, I keep forgetting that Jam and Jet got excommunicated again.
Yeah, they got
But this is
executed off stage.
This is the 10th new monkey, announcer monkey.
Announcer.
Oh,
Oh,
ew!
Oh
Okay,
my
so
god,
I-
let's go!
I think we could take this moment to announce we were planning on doing a character, like reviewing all the characters in Monkey Ball, but now we're gonna have to delay
They had
that.
to delay it.
Yeah.
We were gonna
I'm
do it
so
like with
glad
the
that the
characters we
announcer
missed.
is now a character. Which,
But
now we
sounds
gotta
like the
delay
same
it 'cause we're gonna
announcer
have
from
characters like
Banana
this.
Which,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about?
Any guesses who that's voiced by? No, I'm just kidding. Don't answer that. Anyway,
Good.
I'm trying to think about anything else I can talk about character wise. I guess I don't.
I'm trying to think about the other default fits. Mimi and Yan Yan.
We could talk about the
very
new
good.
character that we've been avoiding.
Palette.
Palette.
I like Palette.
I like Palette.
Palette's
I have
good.
nothing against her.
I do too.
She's like, I like Yan Yan too. I liked when they added Yan Yan, so it's like I like.
She looks
Palette
Yeah.
as
like
well. I
the
think it's
lady
to
from like
appeal to
Legends
that crowd.
Arceus that does your haircut, kind
Oh,
of.
Arezu, yeah. Dude, wait,
True.
that's
Niche
why I like her,
reference.
because I like Arezu too. Her fur is even like more red, like Arezu's hair.
I'm always supporting
Mimi's
of
overalls are
new
really
monkeys,
cute.
so I'm just like, okay, that's cool.
I will say, I do appreciate that, because part of me was like, oh, there's a real possibility they just do EiEi, Mimi, Baby, Gon. But I like that the other Banana Blitz monkeys are just like a permanent fixture of the cast now. I appreciate it.
Can we get Jam and Jet back, pretty please?
No!
Maybe that'll be part of the
That'll be part of the
DLC.
second
Okay,
character
Jeff.
pack for $1 bajillion.
Yeah, maybe it'll be Jam and Jet, but it's still like the 3DS
Absolutely
models
not,
for like
yeah.
$5.
I will
Probably
say
will be.
this.
I will say.
I
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
was just want to say real quick, like, part of the reason I didn't like the Banana Blitz design was because EiEi's eyes were like the same color as his skin, but it seems like they actually reversed that, and now their eyes are just like pitch black again. So that actually is making me like this character design a little bit more, because Banana
I
Blitz,
can-
it always like bothered me how the eyes were the same color as his.
It
fur,
does look
you know what I mean?
slightly,
I-
and I mean slightly more like the classic designs in terms of like color scheme. Just-
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
the
Yeah.
little
contrast
bit
is
closer.
there, which I appreciate. It now. I will say, EiEi's eyes are now, if I'm being pedantic, a very, very dark brown. But it is a different shade of brown.
I can live with it. I
I'll
can live
take
with
it.
You know
I
what
think
mean?
especially
Yeah.
because the color scheme is so pastel, I think it works.
Yeah.
Which,
Um,
by the way, don't dislike the color scheme. Stage designs, they
we
were
should talk about
cooking.
the environment designs first.
Let's
They
talk about the
cooked.
level slash environment.
Those
They did a
backgrounds are
great
nice.
job, in my opinion. It looks
we-
great.
they
We
give
should
me,
all
like,
stop because the most
adventure
important thing
vibes.
is that they changed the goal again, which is based. Where is it belong
They-
on the goal tier list, guys?
It,
Oh,
looks
let's
it looks
see.
more like
Oh,
the Banana
God,
Blitz
yeah.
goal, so it's
C.
lower.
Yeah,
It's like
well,
C for
I want
me.
my gold
Yeah.
tape. I want my party ball, but
Yeah, I want the tape, dude.
Same.
you know what?
Gold
This,
tape means immediate F tier.
However, it is very, very similar to the touch and roll goal, which is not a terrible goal.
I'll give it like a C tier. I mean, I think it's like
Not
the
wrong.
perfect middle
I'm going
ground between the
C.
two.
I like the banana. That's cute.
It's something.
It's like fine.
I
But yeah,
hope the
let's
bananas
talk
do
about
something in this
the-
game, though.
Let's talk about the backgrounds real quick. From what we could see, there's like a snow candy level. There's a, I don't know what this level is, but there's like coins on the ground. Looks like, you know, I don't know what that, I don't know where that is, but
There's
like ancient Japan maybe or
Ooh, there's
something.
There's like a
Banana
Yeah,
people.
there's sort of like a feudal
The,
one.
the backgrounds give me like adventure vibes, like Monkey Ball Adventure. I
Well,
mean
that's
that in
funny.
like a, I guess, a good way.
Because one of them does look like
As good of a way as
Zootopia.
you
I think
can.
Daro pointed that out at one point. So
Yeah, the Zootopia.
Zootopia
looking one.
is
Oh,
good.
also speaking
I like
of
that one,
adventure
though.
vibes,
Oh,
I
kinda
got
does.
something else to show.
Sure.
One of the backgrounds has new monkey lore. There's a new
Ew.
monkey
Let's go.
in there.
No.
Wait to rank
And
him.
Uh-oh.
We're
if
never
you
gonna be
maybe
harassed.
remember a bit about adventure, you might have some familiarity.
No!
Oh no!
Why do they keep acknowledging adventure? What are they doing?
That looks
Dude,
that
oh
looks
my
really
God.
close. It might actually.
It's,
I think it's-
it's
that
not the
might
same. It is
genuinely
not.
be an intentional. Okay, we'll see.
But I just think it's funny.
intentional. The beard is the only thing
I
it's
will
similar,
say, one, there is a level that looks like reminiscent of, and I don't know if this is a Banana Blitz step and roll thing, but that looks reminiscent of the Monkey Ball stage from the Sega racing game,
Ew.
which I think is intentionally
It's
a
more
Banana
Banana
Blitz,
Blitz, yeah.
inspired thing. There's also like a city looking level, which Monkey Mall Let's Go. Some of the locales I think look sort of step and rolly, which not
a
bad
little
thing.
bit.
I
Um,
also, when it comes to the levels, I'm not in a worry that it's gonna be Super Monkey Ball 3D 2 Baby Easy Mode
Yeah.
Edition.
I saw
Because-
nary a guardrail in sight.
We've seen
I-
enough
I-
images
Looks
where
fine.
the
Yeah.
level
Like-
design looks fine. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a level
yeah,
with
that
a
looks
bunch
pretty
of
hard,
like
yeah.
circles,
That
like
looks
it's polar.
looks like a
Wait,
fun
wait,
level.
guys, do you know what they are bringing back though? Beloved fan favorite feature: motion controls.
Let's go.
Which are-
She
Great.
said
They're
popping
optional.
off.
But they were confirmed to be optional though, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're optional.
An optional motion
I-
Which is
Just
fine.
Like, yeah,
That's
just
how
like
it always
just
should
like the
have
balance
been.
board was optional in step and roll, right guys?
Oh, you know what? One
As
thing
long as
I'm
the
just
game's not
noting.
balanced around them is fine. Also, motion
One thing I'm
controls
just-
are better now.
Not that I
One thing I just noticed in the
Not
thing
better
Johnson
It's
enough.
even
posted-
worse now on Switch.
Okay, we're already
It
arguing.
depends.
You tried using the Joy-Cons, like they're not as good as the Wiimote.
We could debate this at
Maybe I'm
but one
wrong.
thing I'm noticing in what Daro just posted is that there actually says over 200 brand new state. Now, could that mean like literally 201? Maybe,
I don't know.
but
I
so
also wanna
that's
mention
interesting.
200
though.
on its own is a pretty good number. So
Something else
yeah.
about this screenshot that I posted is that you see at the top it says
Don't
EX
wait.
World
We'll
10.
get to that later, Dara. I want to save that till later.
Oh God. Okay.
I want to say that till we get to the
Okay,
game
well-
structure,
well-
which we'll go over.
Hadn't
Now
even
one
considered.
one thing I guess my one question will go to game structure, so we'll save that for later.
Yeah.
But I guess hold here. No, we'll save.
Yeah, we got
All right. So what is next on our list? We have character customization. We kind of touched on this, but I don't know. Character customization is back.
Yeah,
I'm glad they
I
brought
enjoyed
back.
it in the last game, and it looks like it's more extensive here. God willing, if there's party games, they'll let us use our costumes there.
Please, Sega, if you're listening, I mean it's too late. If they're even if they're listening to this,
Yeah.
they can't put it in at this point in development. But come on.
Any attempt at classic costumes or skins are appreciated. Just dial back the duck lips, please.
Oh my god,
I
please, for the love of God.
I don't want to go back to that.
I'd honestly be happy even if they just have like classic fits. So
Literally
babies
just
and
port
fat
Yeah.
the models
just exist.
directly from the GameCube game. I'd be like,
They
okay.
could, although
They won't.
or I mean, yeah, if they're
won't.
doing
They
classic
won't.
skins, do that. I was talking outfits like they have the new designs, but just wearing.
It'll
the
probably
old
just be outfits.
and
We
stuff,
need a
all
future
different.
EiEi outfit. If we don't get one, I'm
That would
boycotting the
actually
game.
go
I'm
hard. I
boycotting
think
it.
they should. I think they should lean into like dumb fan service shit like
Yeah.
that, where it's like, look at this outfit from this game. Like they could even include the alts from the last couple games, like the witch costume for Mimi.
They probably will.
They probably
so have
will.
those,
They probably will.
laying
But
around.
future II or any like adventure related costumes would be fucking hilarious.
I'd pop off, honestly.
I would. Go
I just
crazy.
want more goofy stuff like the full costume banana.
That's true.
Yeah, I love the banana
Yeah, I love
costume
that.
so
It is
much.
goofy.
It's so stupid. I pointed this out, I think, but the little like yellow the little blue like emblem on the banana costume. I don't know if it's intentional, but I feel like that is intended to be a replacement Dole logo.
Probably.
No, I think it's supposed to be a replacement Chiquita logo.
Yeah,
actually.
step and roll.
Okay, let's fight about this.
Step and roll versus Dole.
I need the Dole sponsors. Why don't they do it? They would cook if they're marketing to 4-year-olds anyway. Like, come on, give me the Dole sponsorship back. I need it. Or Chiquita.
So
Chiquita
one thing
would be fine too.
We can see, I'm looking at the top bar of the character customization. I assume the first thing is hats, then glasses, then shirts, then dresses, then gloves, then shoes, then character selection. I'm not too sure why.
Probably just like character selection to make it easier in case you want to like switch it.
But like I don't know why it would
if that
be in
means
the middle.
that every outfit can track onto every character. Because
I think so. I think that's what they're going
well,
for.
if you look, they were like separated by a color at the top also, so they are separate.
That's the girl icon.
yeah.
That's for dresses.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So that's
customizable
maybe the
balls
middle one
again.
is like
I was-
tank tops.
And you
or
can make
something.
some balls and balls.
I was about to say, can we put EiEi in a dress in this game?
You might
That's
be
the
able
real
to.
question.
I need to. I need the fucking.
You
pink
might be
kimono
able to.
outfit.
It'd be kind of based.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
I
they
just-
have like a bunch of pink knits. They have like a bunch of knit sweaters. Vivi's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I can wear that. And also, you know what is
Yeah.
neat? Every item seems to have a description.
That's
which is
good.
neat.
That means
I
something.
enjoy
That's kind of
that.
nice. That's a
Thanks
nice
for
touch.
staying warm and snug.
I like that. That's cute that they wrote all
Yeah,
those. So
I-
there's probably a lot of. It's like a Piclopedia, except for clothes.
I think one of the things
I
am
will
enjoying
say,
broadly
like, oh,
about-
sorry.
Oh yeah, no, we totally we're just too excited. I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that is a broader point that I appreciate with things like the little item descriptions and with the stage locales is regardless of because I was never anticipating that this game was gonna be like they're doing Super Monkey Ball 3, it's gonna be just like the first two, but I really do appreciate the attention to detail that I'm seeing. And I
yeah,
hope
that's what I was
that
gonna say,
carries
too.
through to the rest of the game. Okay,
looks
similar
good.
trains of thought.
Like you can definitely tell, like looking at it, like compared to Banana Mania, which I just played through, it definitely looks like way more like effort and like attention to. Like I mentioned earlier, like
What the menu
characters
UI
look way
a lot
more
more.
expressive in this game. Yeah,
Menu
that
UI
too.
is very nice
Like,
looking.
I like the UI.
I
this
agree
game's
on
like
the
not
expressiveness,
for
dude.
me necessarily, but like I do think it looks like they're trying, which is nice.
The
Yeah.
UI, it reminds me of like a travel scrapbook.
I do think that's part
I
of the
think that's
game's
really
entire
cute,
story,
yeah.
but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
So,
I like that the
so I
game
like the
seems
UI.
to have a story.
And maybe cutscenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a
Maybe.
little bit of something that looked like an actual animated cutscene in there. Sorry. We'll get there.
When was the last time you got one of those?
It's been years.
So
Monkey Ball 2?
Banana Blitz, I guess, has one.
that's two.
Has-
I guess the one
technically,
thing we
but-
should discuss that there is now a like spin dash mode. Now
Yeah.
I'd like to say
Marvel
that
made
I-
sweet. Let's go.
Now I'd like to start this discussion off by saying I'm glad there's no more jump button, or if it is, it's optional. I'm
Thank God.
hoping that you could still beat the levels without this like spin dash thing, and it's just kind of like an easy mode setting because I don't like it that much
Or
personally, and
speedrunner tech setting.
was
I-
gonna
yeah, I like if
say,
it's
I
one of
like the
those,
idea of it being used for speedruns, but yeah, I definitely. Well, I'll let you finish your point, but I definitely
Yeah,
get where you're coming from.
I'm hoping that you could still beat all the levels normally. Now, if it's a force thing, it's not the worst possible thing I've ever seen, but it should be noted that in the Banana Mania trailer, they did show, like, jumping, you know? So it's like, they might just be showing that up. It might be their quote-unquote easy mode sort of thing. I haven't seen any levels that outright require it yet, personally.
There's like one that
So-
kind of looks like it
Oh, we
might,
also have barely
but-
seen any.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
I'm just looking at a brief gameplay clip. They did make like specific note of the spin dash, like oh,
That's
we
what I
gotta
was
do
gonna
spin
say.
dash.
They really pointed it out.
Yeah, although
and it might be
most of the levels
forced.
I've seen look like they don't need it, but maybe there's some that do. I
Well,
think
they
it would be
pointed
kind
out-
of
We've
cool
only
if
seen
they
like
just-
a few like snippets of a few levels too, so it's
Yeah.
kind of early to tell.
I don't think
I'm hoping it's
mind
not.
it if it would be like more of if they used it creatively for some harder levels where it's like you have to actually like meaningfully use this as like in sort of a clever way instead of just you gotta dash across the stage.
I
That's
actually have
wacky.
an idea. So
Yes.
some of the levels have dash panels. Why would you bring back dash panels if you have this spin dash mechanic. Therefore, you don't need to use the spin dash mechanic.
I do find it interesting that they brought back a lot of
But
old
then you
mechanics.
do have to
like,
use
they,
it in the panels.
But they brought back the switches, they brought back conveyors, they brought back jump,
They added jump pads.
jump pads, which I'm not a fan
did?
of.
All the monkey ball
I was
ROM hackers
freaking
right now
out for
are,
a minute. I was
popping
like, wait,
the
is that
fuck
a
off.
jump? No, it's a jump pad. Like,
All the monkey ball ROM hackers out there are like popping off, dude. They're all like, dancing right now in the streets over this.
Finally
I'm telling you, they love
validated.
jump pads, dude.
I mean, to be fair, there was like technically jump pads in like the original games, like trampolines. You could call that a jump
It's
pad
true.
level, I suppose.
it's true.
I'll be
Like,
honest.
I don't mind if
I'm
it's
looking,
used like that.
I'm looking through the trailers right now. I'm not seeing anything that would require the spin dash. There's certainly things that would be helped from it, but I haven't seen anything outright require it. I'm looking through the trailers. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but I'm gonna guess. I really think it might just be their quote-unquote easy mode, and they're adding it for marketability. That's my
Adding
guess.
it for, I don't think it's an easy mode. I think it's a speed run thing because I think
Yeah, that's also
making
fun.
yourself go faster is not easier in
I-
Monkey Ball.
I think.
No, I think it's
both.
a essential like gimmick for the game. Personally,
Yeah.
I think
We'll
it's
see.
like what the main marketed
I
thing is going to
think
be.
probably going with the gimmick thing.
I mean, there is this
and
level
not to get
once it loads.
not to get
5 years.
let me take a look. Not to get too far into it yet, but the
All right, there we go.
yeah, I think you could probably.
Yeah,
use it
that
for
probably
spin dash.
requires it. Although you might be
Yeah,
able to beat
that-
it without
yeah.
the spin
If there is
dash. I
diagonals,
don't
which
know.
I maybe question mark maybe I looked at gameplay.
No, actually,
Hopefully.
Wait, what's that? Hold on.
I-
What's that like shiny banana over there?
it could be a 10 banana.
I don't know.
But
It could be.
there's a banana
But then
bunch.
what's the
right
bunch?
there.
Seven roll?
Ninja, on your
Dude,
point though,
oh,
I
goggles?
was looking at the footage and it definitely did not look like there was diagonals. Like the physics looked exactly
I
like
was-
my gameplay for recording Banana Mania.
It's
I
hard
was
to-
gonna say
it's hard
the
to
physics
say.
look exactly the same as the last.
Yeah, I just.
They look the exact
I'm,
same
I'm
to
trying
me.
to cope. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe?
Because like when they were going along like the thin like roads or whatever, like I could see them like going left and right, back and forth to steady themselves. And I was like, God
Yeah,
damn it.
I mean, we kind of had to expect this. I think. I don't think they were gonna ever develop
I
a new
did.
engine with the fact that Sega probably doesn't have a big budget for Monkey Ball. I
Because
don't-
Sega
I
doesn't care.
Really didn't expect
reason.
it.
God willing, the levels will at least be designed to accommodate that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm glad they built levels from the ground up because it's more offensive to have the Banana Mania engine when it's levels that are supposed to be classics. So if it built it
Yes.
from the ground up, the levels could be better. There's no warp situations. There's no whatever that stage before Arthropod is. I forget the name of it. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
so
I just
it-
want to point out in that screenshot Ninja just sent that earlier I think someone said like, oh, there wasn't a guardrail in sight, but here they are everywhere.
Well,
That's also that's World 1, so
it's World
like
1. I don't
whatever.
think it matters.
I mean,
yeah.
fair, but
It's World 1. I'm not gonna. There's tons of levels I've
we'll
seen
live.
without anything.
Yeah, some of those looked like I'll have to try. Like, I'll
Yeah.
live. I will say I don't know if I'm expecting
actually,
the
Greg, can you look
hardest
at
game
this-
in the world, but
Can you look at this timestamp?
as long as we're not
I
getting
am kind of
free baby
suspicious.
mode, I'll live. Let's see.
what's the timestamp?
11:18.
It's like a couple seconds afterwards. I'm kind of suspicious.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little bit suspicious.
What about
We'll
it?
see.
Is this dash paneling?
No, not that.
Oh, for bosses. Okay,
No,
yeah.
not that. After that.
Oh.
I'm like, huh.
Is that diagonal related?
I'm like, maybe. I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
Wait, Ninja, what am I supposed to be looking for?
oh,
in
it's like
this?
a couple seconds afterwards. I timestamped it wrong.
It's EiEi going up the hill,
No, it's not that.
or Doctor.
Yeah,
or
doctor
whatever.
going.
going on the curve there.
I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Banana Mania to me. Just
Yeah.
like the way he was like turning.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It looked like he looked like he was like sliding and
It's
then
a-
like going like left and right to turn. Like it just looked like my footage. I
It's
don't know.
okay,
I'm-
guys.
what-
If we get the PC port, we'll just give it the Square Dead Zone treatment. It'll
Look,
all
I'm
be
the
fine.
world's
Yay.
only person who actually doesn't hate those Banana Mania physics, so I'm
don't.
fine.
Oh well.
Now I want to point
I'll
out
live.
the level I just posted. Sorry, it's like 240p, but this actually look like if you don't use the spin dash thing, this actually looks like a level that you would have to try on. Like it kind of reminds me
Yeah.
of like an easy version of Bridge Master, which I think is really. I'm really glad like they added this level. Like this looks like an actual Monkey Ball level
Yeah,
that
I'm-
requires skill.
I'm not concerned about the difficulty at all, from what I've seen. It's Monkey Ball. looking.
I'm
Yeah,
a
the
baby,
level
so
design
my
looks
only
mostly, like,
requirement is
fine.
no like fucking baby 3D guardrail shit. And if
Yeah,
there's
and this
guardrail
looks
shit
like a
in World
Monkey
1,
Ball-
I'll live. But it's like most of these, I'm like, yeah, I could. That seems fun enough. I can
Like-
live with that.
like this looks like a Monkey Ball 1 and 2 level to me. Like the design reminds me of something I would see in one of those games, and I'm really happy about that. That looks like an actual Monkey Ball level to me.
Yeah.
That's something I am appreciating is well, one, as stated in numerous press releases and news articles I've seen about this. Jesus Christ, this is the first brand new Monkey Ball game in over a decade.
Been 12 years.
Yeah.
But
Since
also,
Bounce, if you count that.
I'm not counting that.
oh god. But also, like, well, one, I'm stoked they're doing new things with this at all. Like, finally, God, holy shit. But two, I appreciate that. Say what you will about Banana Mania, and we have, and we will, and watch Greg's video about Banana Mania. That pretty much
Subtle
says
plug.
all the things that need to be said. But I think kind of going through that and remaking that and having the good press that they did has shown them to some degree. They're like, okay, like, we're not going to do literally the first 2 games probably ever again. But we're not gonna go down the Banana Blitz step and roll.
Banana Blitz pipeline.
Fucking every game has some dumbass control gimmick rabbit hole. It's like we could just make like good Monkey Ball levels and maybe like introduce a new mechanic or whatever here and there. Have some kind of gimmick that doesn't fundamentally destroy the entire game. And I'm grateful for that. I think the design philosophy, and I mean I hate to fully make a judgment on this before I play the game, but the design philosophy from what I'm seeing in the trailer is maybe not like 100% perfect. This is what I'd do if I could choose the direction, but I think it is very much a good direction.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm actually pretty thrilled with it from what I've seen. I just don't like the spin dash thing or whatever. We'll we'll cross
For me, I
that
guess
bridge
it
when we
depends
come
how
to
they
it.
use it, but
We'll have to see, of course, when the game comes out too. It's entirely possible these are the only good levels and they're just shown off in the trailer, but I doubt that. I'm sure it'll be like
There's
fine.
over 200,
We're missing,
they
we're
don't have
missing
to
the
turn
level
that far.
where the jump comes back. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
balance
as
board
a
level.
Sonic fan, I'm just so used to the Sonic cycle
I'm
where
sure-
the first trailer makes the game look good and then it's like the game comes out and it's not. But again, that's who knows.
Let's pivot for a second and talk about co-op because it's a pretty big focus of the game.
We're
I think
so
we should
back.
spend some time talking about it. Now, one of
Which
the
is a
biggest
complete
complaints.
180 from Banana Mania.
Yeah.
It is.
So one of my
I'm
biggest.
so
one of my
happy.
big- One of my biggest complaints in my Banana Mania video was that it's blasphemy there was no co-op in that game. Blasphemy, like complete and utter blasphemy.
Yeah.
Crazy
So now-
there's none.
And now we don't have it like it was in 1 and 2, but it's just simultaneous, and that's fine. I'm just
I
glad
can
there's
live with that.
co-op.
Yeah, no, I think they're, and I mean, we'll see if they have party games or not. I think it would be a missed opportunity if they don't at least have Target and maybe the other 2 mainstays.
Yeah.
But I think the emphasis on both local and online co-op shows to me that they finally remembered something that people like about Monkey Ball, which is that people like to play Monkey Ball with their friends as a party game.
Nah, you're lying.
They did it. They did it. They remembered. They're like,
They opened their eyes.
Pulled through.
because a lot of the time when I look at any given new game, a lot of the time I don't get like crazy like, oh my god, I'm so fucking excited to play blah 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 whatever. Like Monkey Ball is a franchise where frankly, like if they put out like a 7 out of 10 game, I'll probably play it and enjoy it and then never think about it again. But looking at this trailer and seeing the emphasis on co-op, I have one of the thoughts that a company like Sega really would want people to have with Monkey Ball, which is, oh my god, I can play this with my nieces. They'll love it. We'll have so much fun.
Yeah.
Because my nieces, at least one of them, loved Banana Mania, having not really played the original games. But there was always the like, oh, we can't actually play 2-player. But now we can play 2-player. And so she's going to have a fucking blast, and she's going to want the game.
I do wonder if it's like a split screen thing, or not just like a competition mode equivalent, because it could be either.
It said
It looked like it was
co-op,
it
so-
did say split screen.
It is weird. It's kind of interesting.
I'm very curious
Yeah.
to see how the online shakes out because 16 people, holy
That's-
heck.
Sounds like a chaotic disaster. We'll see.
It sounds like it's not going to be 16 on one stage. It's
Yeah.
going to be like a Fall Guys sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which, when you say Fall Guys Monkey Ball,
That makes
like for the
sense.
first second in your head, you're like, that sounds stupid. But then you think about it a little bit more, and you're like, no, wait a minute, that sounds awesome.
He's like a decent
Monkey
online
Ball
concept.
Battle
That's not a bad
Royale.
idea.
I'm
Yeah,
fine.
dude.
I'm just glad it's not the main focus. Like, they actually focused on
Yes.
both. And, like, I'm not even upset because it's like, even if they removed it, like, I'm already happy with 200 levels. I don't think they need to make more. So it's like, I'm fine with this as long as it's just a side mode thing that I am not going to be held at virtual gunpoint to play, you know?
In order to
Yeah,
unlock the
I
classic
really-
skins, you need to play 100 online matches with
I
Oh, no.
will say I really think they could have something special as an online co-op party game, but I love that they've taken the care to do both things. I love that they've
Yeah,
not just been
honestly-
like Monkey Ball's just this now. It's like, no, you want to play single player, you can do single player. Local co-op, got you. Online co-op, yeah, sure.
You know what I think? I don't imagine party games are going to really be there because this is like the sort of the other thing. But what
Yeah.
could happen is that Monkey Target is one of the Fall Guys things.
I need Monkey
I
Target
think
online.
that's likely because I'm watching this again and there's stuff that's like similar. Like there's a monkey race thing, right? Or am I imagining that?
Yeah, like a race. You gotta get to the
That'd be
end.
an
There's
interesting
you
one.
gotta collect a bunch of bananas. Then there's like the big robot boss fight.
Guys,
thing.
we did
by
it
the way,
finally! At long last, boss battles are back.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm pretty confident the story one's gonna have boss battles, clean their like their own separate
They-
multiplayer mode.
I don't
I
know
don't-
about
more
that.
Kind of an L for
tolerable.
me personally.
I don't know.
I don't
They
think there
seem
are
fun
boss
as a
fights.
multiplayer
I don't-
thing, but I am really not jazzed to play them.
I don't see
single
why
player.
they would include like a separate like multiplayer mode that's specifically about killing enemies. If there isn't some kind of combat.
Yeah, no, I'm
So-
sure.
I don't think
I mean, it's
there
also
will
an
be.
excuse to use the spin dash.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
so I'm pretty sure each will have like a banana blitz
Yeah.
boss kind of thing, except probably not
So
as
It's
bad.
Yeah,
possible. I'm not going to rule it out, but at this point in time, I don't think there's enough evidence.
I'm
for me to say
gonna
there's
say
be
if they're gonna
bosses.
do it. I'm pretty confident.
They might.
yeah, I
and will
also-
probably
I'm
hate
pretty
like
it,
confident,
but-
It
although
might be
I'm
fun.
reserving judgment because the ones in the trailer look significantly more tolerable than most of the Banana Blitz ones.
Yeah.
Which is admittedly a very low bar.
I do hope that
We should at least remember that I used to I praised the World 4 boss in Banana Blitz HD. It wasn't well executed, but like it laid the idea.
Yeah.
So if they do stuff like that, I'm really not going to care that much. Ultimately,
They
I don't
could
like
do
them
something
still.
I
cool.
do hope that if they have something stupid like that, at least have like some kind of side like challenge equivalent mode, so you can just like play the levels
yeah.
and not have to worry about that in like a
just want-
speedrunning
I
sense.
just want target.
Yeah.
because that's so
BBHD
wrong.
almost got that right, except they still include the bosses, so it was like okay, well,
Now, there was a theory that I saw
Uh-oh.
because
game
I think
theory?
the story is about like them going around to find 7 artifacts.
yeah, that's what it says on the store page.
And
Seven Chaos
MacGuffin
Emeralds.
story.
if they have to have somebody guarding the artifacts, what they
Yeah.
could do instead of having to do like I got a boss battle. I mean, if there would be a boss battle, it'd be better designed because it's not designed around the jump. But
Yeah.
True.
they could have it be
Yeah.
like a race against a monkey, like the first
be
thing of the
fun.
Fall Guys thing we saw.
I think that's
It's
Actually,
interesting.
cool. I also would like the idea of like the boss was a level, like it's like a giant titan or something. You have to like climb your way to the top, like through like a level or something like that. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but
that could kind of
just
be
something popped
cool
in my head.
actually. I think the idea of working the bosses in to the formula instead of like, because I feel like Banana Blitz, the bosses are like fundamentally opposed to the way the game is designed.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I think we've covered it. It's
yeah.
We've covered it because there's like a minute of
I probably
footage
just feed my
total.
cat soon
Yeah.
too.
So there's really not a lot for us to analyze beyond this, but we'll let's give our final conclusions. So I'll give mine. I personally think this is pretty good. I don't see that much I outright hate. I don't like the spin dash. I think they've listened to the fans, and I'm pretty excited for this, all things considered. It is, the possibility of it being trash when it releases, it's possible. Anything's possible, but I see more positives than negatives at this point in time, and I'm excited for it, I think.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty negative at first, but like I think it'll be fine. Like I'm not huge on like the aesthetic direction with like the character designs and everything, which is kind of important to me, but like if the game's really good, I'll definitely probably check it out, I mean, we've still a lot to learn. We've seen like a minute of
Yeah.
footage, so I mean, I think it's moving in a positive direction.
They can at least like
I
trailer
suppose.
number 2, and it's like, well, it's over, but we don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm just glad we're getting a new game. I guess.
Yeah,
it's been so long.
here's
the
the
series
thing,
could have
too.
easily just been dead.
Here's the thing. Like, you know, they gotta, the developers gotta be creative somewhere. You know, you can't expect them, like, I love Monkey Ball 1 and 2, but I don't expect them to make the same game every single time. If there's quote-unquote evolution, innovation, I was never opposed to that necessarily. It was just, I think Banana Blitz did it trash. So, if they gotta be creative. They're not just gonna make 1 and 2 forever, so I'm positive about that. Alright, well, with that, I think we should officially wrap this episode up. But
By
we
the
will
way-
be talking about this game. Like, we will be making more podcast episodes about this game. So, subscribe, like the video, all that boring, whatever. Follow us on Twitter, or X as the cool kids call it. Actually, they're not very cool kids, no offense.
Hold on, Jeff.
No one calls it that.
Ninja and Greg never introduced themselves at the beginning of the episode.
We don't exist.
Everyone knows who they are.
I'm just a ghost that lingers in the background. I don't actually
I was
exist.
just gonna record one and send it to Jeff.
I was gonna leave it just not introduced. 'Cause I want to be funnier.